Y'all better get in here and gather around the board right now, because I'm witnessing a beautiful, beautiful sight. I want y'all to picture something in your mind, clear as day. I want you to see a man trying to snorkel in a $3,000 suit. Just look at that image for a second. Let it sink in, because that is exactly what Hakeem the Nightmare Jeffries is doing right now. He is officially underwater, kicking and screaming like a toddler having a tantrum in the middle of a grocery store. He's yelling out, "Democracy is at stake. Our democracy is in danger." Whoa, hold up. And Donald Trump was sitting right there on the shoreline with a pair of high-powered binoculars, just watching him kick his feet and pray for a lifeguard that ain't coming. It's a joke, y'all. The biggest joke in the history of D.C. Everything is a threat to democracy when they are the ones doing the wrecking. They're yelling about undemocratic actions while they are the ones caught red-handed trying to rig the maps. But check the play. Trump didn't just sit there. He jumped on a golden fishing boat, paddled his way right over to that bubble trail, and jammed a cork right in the end of that snorkel. Whoa. He didn't just stop the air. He forced Hakeem Jeffries' lying ass and the rest of them demon rats to the surface. He made them rise up with all them lies and all them cons, gasping for air while the whole world is watching them choke on their own scheme. And here's the real kicker they don't want you to know. We don't even live in a democracy. We live in a republic. My view is this: that democracy part they keep crying about is really just a 50-50 split for our elected officials to govern us as we see fit. In a democracy, the majority can just walk over the minority like they ain't even there. But in a republic, that's built on a constitution that protects your rights even if the mob tries to take them. It's about being a nation of laws, not just who can scream the loudest into a megaphone. Picture this: while Hakeem is splashing around and fighting for air, he's trying to hold up the entire weight of the Democrat Party with his other hand. They put him up there, probably thinking his skin color would let him gerrymander the mentality of people of color and those liberal white women. But the game is up. Y'all know I ain't prejudiced. I'm just looking at the hustle. When Trump jammed that cork in, he blew Hakeem and that whole demon clan he was holding on to completely out of the water. Whoa, whoa. Look, this video is super important because we at Political Detox are going to let you know ahead of time exactly what to look out for. We going full-blown MAGA, y'all. If you just want pretty pictures and edited videos, I'm going to give you some of that. But we are here to look at the cold, hard forensic facts. Now look, it only takes 1 second to give me that subscription. It only takes another second to take it back. But I want y'all to stay and listen to the end, because this is vital for your survival in this political climate. And I need your help, for real. I'm trying to get better at this, but if I can get just 10, 20, or 30 of y'all to drop a comment down at the bottom, YouTube gonna finally push this channel out of the shadow ban. Otherwise, they just gonna keep us boxed in while the liars run free. Y'all with me? I'll wait. Go ahead and hit that button and leave a word for me. Just tell them I'm here. Now, let's get into this 12.0 note. This is a high-level red alert I've been tracking through the back channels. For those of you who want the street-smart perspective, let me break down exactly what this structure is and why it is currently falling apart like wet cardboard. The foundation. The structure they built was a web of gerrymandered lines designed to give the DNC a permanent 221-seat majority, the exact number needed to control the House Gavel and shut down every single investigation into their crimes. The cracks. They built it on a racial demographic scam, thinking they could carve up minority communities like a holiday turkey to act as a shield for the politicians already in power. But the collapse is here. The Supreme Court just swung a wrecking ball through that foundation by ruling that these 21 specific zones were built on maps that are officially dead on arrival. The data proves they got 21 specific areas across this country where the redistricting being pushed by them demon rats is getting slapped with the void stamp. These maps are crooked, y'all. They violate state laws and they violate federal laws. They tried to cook the books in 21 different spots, places like Florida, New York, and Illinois, thinking nobody was watching. They thought we was too busy worried about groceries to check the geometry of the districts, but the whistle has been blown. And that 14-point structural advantage for the GOP is looking more like a 20-point blowout as these dirty zones get snapped back to constitutional reality. Whoa. Ha! Not today, baby. On May 8th, 2026, the Virginia Supreme Court issued a 4-3 ruling that tossed Hakeem's $64 million hustle right into the industrial shredder. They called it what it was, an unconstitutional power grab while folks were already early voting. Can you imagine the audacity? The court ruled that the General Assembly messed up the whole process by voting on that amendment after more than 1.3 million Virginians had already cast their ballots. They tried to change the rules in the middle of the fourth quarter. Here's the kicker. If this was a basketball game, we just completely broke the scoreboard. On their side of the court, we shrunk their rim and their net to half the size of a basketball. Whoa, they can't hit a layup if they tried to cheat. But on our side of the court, we expanded our net and our rim to 5 to 10 times the size. Every shot we take is a splash. They tried to rig the game, but the refs just stepped in and gave us the giant hoop. Ha ha. Now, instead of a 10-1 cakewalk, they're stuck with the old 6-5 split. That means on August 4th, 2026, the primary date, those current office holders get to defend their turf instead of getting erased by a pen stroke. And hey, we can't forget the queen of the map, Senator Louise Lucas. While she was busy trying to fix the state for Hakeem, the feds, meaning the FBI, SWAT, and the Department of Justice, were fixing to raid her office and her cannabis dispensary on May 6th, 2026. Whoa. You saw the agents carrying out the evidence boxes and bags. You saw her ducking in the parking lot like she was playing hide and seek with the law. When your master architect is dodging the FBI and the court is tossing your maps in the trash, your house of cards don't just wobble, it collapses. It's a funeral, y'all, and I'm here for the eulogy. Now, let's talk about that forensic scour, because I'm looking at these boxes and I'm seeing more than just receipts for hemp and gummies. We already know how this demon clan moves, always looking for a way to funnel that foreign influence through a local front to pay for their little power excursions. You think that weed shop was just about the flower? Please, we've seen this play before. It's likely just a front for funneling money back to the Democrat Party so they can take another $68 million and throw it into the abyss to rig another map. But check this. Whoever's funding Louise and her demon rats, Trump is gonna put a cork in that too. Once those backers see their plan is doomed and Virginia is cascading into other areas like North Carolina and Georgia, they're gonna hesitate before wasting another dime on a losing horse. These demon rat backers gonna see their support dry up when they realize the dams are going bankrupt and the bank of the establishment is closed for an audit. Ha! The Trump administration and his Department of Justice are on it. I'm right here waiting and scouring the internet every single hour to find out exactly what they found in those evidence boxes. I'm digging for the financial records they hauled away from that dispensary to see if it was just a laundromat for their backroom payouts. The DOJ is keeping it tight, but I'm gonna get back to my political detoxes as soon as that info comes in. I'm looking for the Section 242 violations, the color of law crimes, where they use their official positions to rob you of your civil rights. It's a constitutional mugging, and the suspects were just caught on camera. Let's go deeper into the 21 zones. We are talking about places like Cook County, Illinois, where the lines were drawn so tight they looked like a spider web. We are talking about the Bronx in New York, where they tried to pack and crack the voters to ensure Hakeem's 221-seat dream stayed alive. But when the Supreme Court says no, it means no. They are losing the ability to manufacture consent. They are losing the ability to manufacture majorities, and when they can't cheat, they can't win. That's the righteous indignation you're feeling right now. It's the feeling of the truth finally coming home. Can you imagine being a voter in Virginia, walking into that booth, casting your ballot, and then having a group of demon rats in a back room vote to change the district while your ballot is still in the machine? That is the definition of a heist. That is what Hakeem Jeffries calls protecting democracy. It's a sick joke, and the punchline is a federal indictment. And look at the timing.
They did this raid right before the maps were finalized. They did this raid right as the Virginia Supreme Court was deliberating. The timing is perfect. It's Trump timing. It's about letting the villains get all their plans in place, letting them spend all their donor money, letting them build the whole stage, and then pulling the curtain down right as the show starts. Wow, wow, wow. The forensic hunt for the money is the most important part. We are following the trail from the cannabis shop back to the packs, and from the packs back to the offshore accounts. They think they're slick, using a cash-heavy business like a dispensary to wash the dirty money they use to hire these field sources and informants. But we know the play. We've seen the 12.0 note. We know that the 221-seat Bombshell was built on a foundation of sand and smoke. I'm telling y'all, the energy has shifted. You can feel it in the air. The nightmare is waking up to a reality where he doesn't have the gavel. He doesn't have the power. He just has a $3,000 suit and a snorkel that's been corked by the MAGA movement. Ha! They tried to rig the basketball game, but we're the ones with the giant hoop now. Every shot we take is for the Republic. Every shot we take is for the Constitution. And every shot we take is a splash. The Demon Clan is running out of places to hide. They can't hide behind the maps. They can't hide behind the democracy slogans. And they definitely can't hide from the FBI carrying boxes of their secrets. This is the political detox y'all needed. This is the raw, uncut truth that the suits in D.C. want to keep from you. We are naming names. We are pulling records. We are making sure that the constitutional mugging of the American voter is a crime that finally gets prosecuted. Stay awake, stay alert, and keep your eyes on the board. The 21 zones are being cleared. The 221-seat scam is dead, and the 14-point structural advantage is growing every single day. They thought they could silence the people, but the people just found their voice, and that voice is saying, "Not today." Ha! The trap is set, the map is red, and Hakeem Jeffries is officially running out of oxygen. Trump said it best, "I didn't rig it, I fixed it." By following the law and forcing these 21 dirty areas back to the Constitution, the GOP built a 14-seat firewall that Hakeem can't snorkel over. He can lie, he can cry, and he can try to slide his way out of it, but the geometry of power has shifted. They panicking because they can't cheat the math no more. And man, it is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see.